Hi, welcome. My name is Rebecca Razor Hunter, and I am the Vice President of Strategic Alliances here at Advanced Communities. And what that really means is a bunch of fancy words to say that I manage the relationship between Advanced Communities and Salesforce in our ecosystem. Today, we're here to have a webinar on how personalization and AI are changing event management on Salesforce. We at Advanced Communities have a number of organizations that we work with that are very focused around personalization, making sure that their organizations are set up to really tailor to their constituents. And so today we're going to walk through a number of different personas that will show you how those constituents are maintained and taken care of in their Salesforce environment. We're also going to show you sort of a demo on how events and Salesforce play beautifully together in the ecosystem. So we are Advanced Communities, and we are an organization that has been in the Salesforce ecosystem for many years. Our goal really has been to provide experiences on Experience Cloud. So we're not only a global consultancy, we're also an app provider, and that gives us a great amount of knowledge in the ecosystem about how to take great care of our nonprofits and our commercial customers alike. We have 77 colleagues powering Advanced Communities, and they're located all over the globe. So we've got folks in the US, we've got folks in the UK and Ireland, and we also have folks spread all across Europe. And we have over 155 projects completed, and we work from over 12 different countries. Next slide, please, Alexei. Thank you. So I've introduced myself already. I'm also joined by my colleague, Alexei Uzbek, who is our events product owner here at Advanced Communities and is incredibly integral in managing events on Salesforce. Alexei, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Alexei. I'm product manager here, and we will speak to you a little bit later. Thank you, Rebecca, for the intro.
Absolutely. All right, next slide, please. All right, so today we want to talk to you about why hosting events in Salesforce is so important, why this is best practice, right? So personalization really matters, especially in Salesforce portals. So when your events live inside of Salesforce, inside of Experience Cloud, which is that cloud that allows you to authenticate yourself within the community, you have access to everything that you know about your users because it lives in your CRM. So you know their membership status, you know their engagement history, and you even know things like their past event behavior. What events have they participated in the past? What types of events? What categories? What have they been most interested in? But without personalization, you're not really unlocking that power. And this is why we built AC Events to be natively integrated with Experience Cloud. It's not just about registrations, it's about creating sort of a unique experience for each type of user the moment that they land in the portal. And so we're going to show you today what I mean. Next slide, please, Alexei. So let's start with the challenges, right? So personalizing event management is hard. Why? It's because most platforms are built for the masses. So they deliver these one-size-fits-all experiences to every user, regardless of who they are. So the system is not taking into account where they're coming from or what they're looking to do. And that in turn results in pain points that we hear about all the time from our clients. That's generic event experiences that don't really reflect the user preferences or their history. You also see things like manual processes for segmenting and managing attendees. The number of people that we talk to on a regular basis that are still managing things in Excel or on spreadsheets or on Google Docs is overwhelming. So using something like Salesforce really helps to minimize that manual labor. And then you've also got things like registration flows that create friction. So for example, if you're integrating with an events platform rather than hosting your events natively in Salesforce, you can have things like duplicate records. There's lots of confusion, especially across different user types. But here's the thing, right? So if you're using Salesforce, you already have that sort of Salesforce superpower that Salesforce is always talking about. Experience Cloud gives you that foundation for the deeply personalized experiences, and you really just need the right event platform that knows how to use it well. Alexei, next slide, please. So personalization is not just a nice to have. In today's world, it's really just the expectation, right? So in today's sort of digital landscape, when it's done well, we increase conversion. We make people feel seen. So when they log into a community, they feel like they belong because the events or the personalization that goes along with logging into the portal feels relevant to them. We can also implement things like the new Agentforce technology. I know that's probably some of the interests of why you're here today. So Salesforce has AI technology that they call Agentforce, and that's possible to implement into your Salesforce and events solution. And then we can also create personalized content recommendations. You can build things like smart event follow-ups, and you can predict your attendee preferences. Because if you're using a native Salesforce technology, you're not working with disconnected tools, you're personalizing events using your existing data in real time. Next slide, please, Alexei. So I'm actually going to pass over to Alexei now. He's going to give us an overview of how to host your events in Salesforce. And we're actually already we're going to talk a little bit about some personas. So on the next slide, you'll see that there's 3 different personas that we have designed for, and Alexei is going to walk us through all of those. Alexei, should I pass it off to you now?
Yes, please.
All
Let's
right. Thank
start.
you, guys. Thanks for being here, and thanks for your patience with us getting started.
Yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for joining us today, and big thanks to Rebecca for that intro. Uh, Again, let me introduce very quickly myself. I'm Alexei. I'm product manager at Advanced Communities. I'm like a bridge between technical work and some business use cases. And today it's gonna be a live demo. I'm not very smooth talking salesperson. I'm more a bit technical guy, so bear with me. Recently, I've noticed many requests from potential and existing client about personalization and event management. And now it is extremely important because, as Rebecca mentioned, nobody wants one size fits all. It's like a wearing ski boot on a beach. It's just a lot, and people are looking for a better way to customize user experience. And I've been asked about handling different attendee behavior based on statuses, partnership level, or how actually they were participating in previous events with different, I don't know, forms of questioning, feedback questions. Everything else, we can see it today on our live demo. And now let's imagine that we have 3 personas. First, guest registrant. Our system knows nothing about this person. It's a very new person for us, and we need probably to ask additional questions when he or she is registering for an event. The second persona is the authenticated user, and we already know something or everything about this person, about their name, email, preferences, and probably past behavior. And actually, nobody likes filling all the same forms multiple times, so we can skip certain behavior or certain interactions from this authenticated user. And the third persona for us, it's we call it a power user or partner host, where we can allow them additional features that I will show you a little bit later. This power user may have additional power, literally, from side of Salesforce and from the system. And now let's see how actually it works. Where is it? Oop. So right now I'm on experience cloud site. It's a Salesforce based, if you are not aware of it. So yeah, I'm on this external site. I'm not logged in user. You can see login button here. So I'm very new to the system. System knows nothing about me. But before we dive into user interaction with certain events, let's cover another personalization based on event level. For example, we can have one event. It is in-person conference. Please work. Okay, thank you. So, for example, we have general information on the left side, a register button on the right side, additional files, additional contact us buttons, etc., etc. But if we go to another event, we can see that layout will be changed, absolutely changed. So general information on the right side and another information from the left side. Why it was done so, I don't know, but I just, it's like a demo that based on the criteria on the record, so depending on record of the event or of the event, different components, different information can be shown. For example, here we have a map because it's a local in-person event. And if we go into some Zoom event, we don't definitely need this venue map, how to get it, because it makes no sense. And users don't want to see map on Zoom event. But okay, I'm not logged in user and I want to register for this event. I'm new, I'm very new to the system. That's why it's asking me about my first, last, and some email. Let it be demo. Next step, I just want to point your attention on the price level. It's $100 for me because I'm not logged in, and we will cover a little bit later about it. And I'll go to registration process. The system will recognize that system knows nothing about me. That's why it will ask me, will notice that you are, by the way, I'm not sure if you can see it fully. System recognize that I'm very new to the site, and the system asked me about some basic consent questions, some information about my company, or how how I am aware of this topic that we're hosting this event, etc., etc. But what's happened if I will log in as let it be Andy Greenberg. Andy Greenberg is our logged in user. He's a member of our site or our company. Probably he's a partner. If Andy will try to register, the system won't ask him about first, last email and all details about basic details. Here you can find that pricing for Andy was changed to 75 because we can promote personalized pricing level for different users based on a lot of different criteria. So it can be flexible. It can live flexibly and changed all the time from time to time. And if I go next to registration, it's just an example. Remember it, just for demo purpose. System recognized that actually I've been a speaker previously on similar event, and within the event registration, it may ask me if I would like to apply as a speaker again. Yes, and I can provide some additional topic details, etc., etc. And if I go next to the next step, it will ask me about some general requirements about event, because probably something changed, and that's why system will ask me again. First level of personalization from our side, so from in my mind, it's about layouts on the site, layout or depending on criteria of event or depending on criteria on user. And the second personalization, it's about pricing level. So we can provide different prices and discounted prices based on different criteria of the user. The third level of personalization, it's about questions within the event registration. So one member may be asked one number of questions, and another user who is our partner can be asked another questions. But let's go here, and I will show you some magic. One more magic. Let it be Katie. I'm logging in as a Katie. And Katie, it's our third persona. Katie is our power user. And as for Katie, for me, for example, you can see that the new button appears here. So I'm able to create my own event, choose different speakers, sessions, tracks, add some additional logos, etc., etc. And I can be host of this event, and I can manage all related to this event, certain aspects of the event. If I go into this detail, and you can see that Katie Johnson actually she's the owner of event, and for her available feature is to tracking attendees who actually was registered for this event, what their status is, some question answers for event questions. And by the way, you can see that Andy Greenberg was started and Alex Y was started event registration, but hadn't finished yet. That's another level of personalization. It is very connected to layout, but from my perspective, it's like a layout plus additional features that actually are available for different users based on different criteria. Fifth level of personalization in event management, it's about email notification. Invitation, confirmation, reminders, or post-event emails could and I would say must be personalized. For example, if a person is registered but hadn't connected, we can send we're missing you email. If a person was registered, connected, but spent less than, for example, 15 minutes, we will send help us to improve our further events email. And if user is registered, connected, and was till the very end of the event, we can send a link to our exclusive electronic book as a bonus perk, how to manage events on Salesforce. By the way, to be honest, everyone on this webinar will get it. But it will be our secret. Don't tell other people. Four key areas of personalization, 1A and 1B, it's about the layout and features that are available for different users. The second one, it's a pricing based on certain criteria of the event, of the user account. For example, partner pricing versus speaker prices versus sponsor pricing. Everything is possible. And actually, it is recommended to utilize such approaches. And the third one, the third level, it's event questions and different forms as a post-event forms or event registration forms. We don't need, for example, to fill all the same 20 fields again and again. We're just skipping information of information that we already know. The fourth level, it's email communication, and that's probably it for today. No, definitely not. Of course, the very, very hype of today's and recent and probably last year topic, it's about AI. And what we can do with AI. If you dive a little bit in Agentforce implementation from Salesforce side, you probably pass this trailhead about registering for event with AI assistant. And we built this feature, and once this trailhead was live, I just, as a product manager, I was shocked by like, why Salesforce? Why have you chosen event management as an example? So yes, definitely we are Katie Johnson, and we have assistant here, Agentforce, and this assistant can you register me for marketing events? 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. No, 10 seconds. We need to wait till. Okay, 8 seconds, and I've been successfully registered for marketing event as a Katie Johnson, because Agentforce knows everything about me, and I don't need to provide any additional details. So it's 1, 2, 3, clicks, and Katie Johnson. Related event participation is for marketing visit confirmed. Fine, it works. It works, and it can provide additional level of personalization from experience side, from external side, in assistance with AI, and collecting all this information from user perspective, filling all this data inside Salesforce and interacting with it. Yeah, but as a product manager, I'm especially excited about using AI from internal side for event manager side, because actually it can live, it lives in Salesforce, and it utilizes different data that lives in Salesforce. Based on previous registration, interactions, engagement from a user perspective, anything else. So I can, for example, here ask not about contact. Let it be event level. Please suggest me best time slots. Time slots for events. And please, okay, here we go. And based on your data and engagement from user, how many registrants there were, how many were connected, it is a predictive analytics from AI perspective, and it can suggest time slots for hosting events to maximize your event engagement or event interactions, etc., etc. What about promo of events, of this event? And again, based on previous campaigns that we are launching for promoting this, I hope you can see the answer. Based on data that lives in Salesforce, it can suggest you campaign channels for maximizing your ROI and with your higher engagement scores, etc., etc. So I believe in AI, and AI definitely it is perfect from a Salesforce side because it utilizes all the data that lives in Salesforce, and it can predict your next question. It can create personalized content for different audiences, different bunches of users, and it can suggest your, I would say, anything, and it can not only suggest, but also post-event, analyze it, suggest next steps, etc., etc. So I believe probably that's my point. As like a product manager, I believe in AI as for internal event manager side. So that's probably it for live presentation for today, and we covered, different personas, pricing rules, layout, dynamic registration forms, AI capabilities, emails, personalized. And I hope this demo helped you to understand how personalization works in terms of Salesforce and how it can be uh, utilized for maximizing your event management capacities and possibilities. And for that, I will stop and pass back floor to Rebecca, and we are going to Q&A session, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alexei. Yeah, if we just want to pop back into the slide deck, we have a number of QR codes you'll see pop up on your screen here in just a second. So feel free to scan those. It'll give you contact information for both Alexei and myself. And then you can also go ahead and scan and get your ebook if you'd like, but we'll also be sending you that link to each of you in your email as a follow-up to this webinar. I did see a question in the Q&A section earlier that I answered in the chat, but I'll actually bring it up here because I think it's relevant for several of you. So one of the questions was from Julio. Hi, Julio. Welcome and thank you for being here. Julio said that based on criteria, are you also able to hide or show events that a user can sign up for? And the answer is yes. So that's the beauty of Experience Cloud. Experience Cloud allows for segmentation. So based on who you are within a community, for example, if you have an alumni community and you have a current student or an alumni or a prospective student, you might also have someone who is a high value donor to the university. The experience as each one of those individuals logs into the portal is going to be different because of who they are. So current students will see events that are related to them, whereas alumni will see alumni related events. And then that very special donor might also see some VIP events, but won't see the things that are for current students, for example, because it wouldn't be applicable to their user type. So yes, that is the beauty of Experience Cloud. I can also see some questions here in the chat. So one question is it possible to track channels through which people come to the event? And the answer is absolutely. So this is also the beauty of Experience Cloud with Salesforce, being able to see that someone viewed your event registration link through an email or through your website or through an ad that you placed, etc. All of that is possible. Another question is, can I set up pricing per session so that people can register for a specific session or two instead of the entire event? Alexei, I'll pass that one to you.
Where is it? Where is it? This unmute button. Yeah, it's definitely so per sessions that yes, it is possible. So we have different approaches how this pricing for this event can work, or it can be like a small amount for entry. general conference and later paid sessions, or to register for whole sessions at once, and each session can be priced additionally, like a diner, VIP dinner with VIP person. Yes, definitely it can be done.
Excellent, thank you. We had another question: which payment services are supported? And right now with AC events, we can use Stripe, correct, with unified checkout. And then do you want to talk about our other payment processors as well, Alexei?
We support a bunch of different gateways right now. Primarily, it's Authorize.net, because this gateway is very popular within our nonprofit and education cloud, education related clients. But shortly, we will implement more gateways from our side. But yes, Stripe is supported both for card and ACH and bank payments. Yep.
Sure. And hi, Jenny. It's really nice to see you here. Thank you for being with us today. And Jenny says, I really like the idea of having privileges to create a simple event through experience, rather than having to do it in the back office Salesforce systems. And I know she was saying that, she thinks organizations with external chapter and committee leaders who want to set up events would love something like this. And I agree. This is something that is unique to advanced communities, the ability to have constituents host their own events, and being able to turn on and off the permission for power users, we call them power users within the community, to create their own events on the front end of Salesforce. And I think the point that Jenny is making as well is that this does not give this individual access to back office CRM. It simply allows them to create their own event on the front end of Salesforce using something very simple like a wizard. And that allows you to cut down on manual labor internally. So being able to farm out some of those responsibilities to power users in the community, but it also gives autonomy to those individuals in your community. When I was at university, for example, I was head of my honors program, and I absolutely loved that post. And this would have been something brilliant for me to have. And it's part of the reason why we support nonprofits and alumni, because we understand the importance of being able to create and host your own events for a specific group of people, for example. So in that example of me running my honors program, being able to create a specific event just for members of the honors program in that enormity of current students, and only being able to surface it for individuals that it was prepared for, is a key privilege that I think Experience Cloud and Salesforce, along with Advanced Communities Technology, allows for you to do. And I also see another question that says, is all of this functionality that we showed today available out of the box in Salesforce? And the answer is twofold. Yes, but it's also something that shows off a product of advanced communities. So there is a level of out-of-the-box Salesforce functionality and out-of-the-box advanced communities events technology. And we're very happy to chat with anyone about that if you have any questions. Are there any other questions that anyone would like to raise before we close out this Q&A session? I'll give it just a second here to see if anybody's typing. Any final remarks from you, Alexei?
I think no. I hope it was useful and we covered many aspects of personalization. Today's topic for webinar, it's personalization, but behind the scenes, the possibilities are, I would say, unlimited. But today's focus is on personalization. Yes, we can personalize interaction with events, but yeah, we are not covering all this Zoom stuff, different zones, different. Oh, I don't want to dive into it right now.
Too much for today. Guys,
Yeah.
listen, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us over this hour. We really appreciate you being here. We appreciate your dedication to advanced communities. I see many, many familiar names in our attendees list. So thank you very much for being here. If you have any questions, you know how to reach us, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.